Flags of the NPP and NDC are hung side by side on electricity poles and structures along major roads, signifying the dominance of the two parties in the constituency. On the presidential level, both parties have tasted victory since democratic elections began in 1992. Of the 7 contests, the NDC has won twice, thus in 1996 and 2012. The NPP has often than not won the presidential polls with a percentage mark of 50% and above, except for the 1992 and 2008 polls, where the party garnered 47.2% and 48.7% respectively. But as the 2020 contest draws near, the promises of the two on youth employment seem to be a major consideration for which the constituents will cast their ballot.
So I'm liking the idea of John Mama's idea about making this election about a job. Ghana is about creating jobs. Stop building hospitals and schools and universities that you go to, you come out and you can't do anything with the certificate. So get people and make sure they get money in their pocket. That's the first thing. And the second thing is after that they will start looking for wives, and then you have to build and other things. Because the right now is about bread and butter. That's what we need to fight for.
I prefer the policy of NPP than the NDC. The reason being that Okada business was a business once banned in 2012. So I see no reason why we intend to legalize Okada business, which we realized that it wasn't a good source of income or a good business. So I would prefer the policies of NPP, like going to university, because I went to university and it got to a point it was difficult for me to even get some guarantors to even support me to get loan. So if they are saying that once you're going to university, there can be a way of you presenting your national ID card for you to be guaranteed for loan, I think it's a good policy.
This year's parliamentary bid is keenly contested between the NPP's leader Ayawaso Hassan, who replaced her late husband Ayawaso Agyemang, and John Dumelo, an actor. The two seem to have wormed their ways into the hearts of constituents following their philanthropic activities during the COVID-19 pandemic. This has won both admirations, even among people who would not vote for them.
Oh, Anusu Baye. Say yes, Wamba. Oh, George Mary. Onusu yepen. Yepo biasem. Just say oye nipa yepe onusu asem. Ba on so bad time so there. Eye bibia e onusu e hu hia pa. George Mary oh oba oh ochi ye fine. Ochi ye. But dia onu ye maame no. Ye maame Lydia aye nti na ye ka bibi. Ye ka asi anan say ye danase. Say nyame nhira no. Yebetu amanu. 4 more for Nana, 4 more for Lydia.
The seat has in the past been contested by some well-known politicians across both parties. The current director of elections of the NDC, Elvis Efriyankra, was a candidate in 2000, while the former boss of Tor and Boss, Kwame Wadako, represented the NDC in 2012. Chief of Staff Remo Osei-Opare contested and won the 2004 and 2008 polls on the ticket of the NPP. Emmanuel Chamantin Ejako was NPP MP of the constituency from 2012 until his demise in 2018. Both parties are hopeful that the personalities of the current candidates will make the trick for them.
Our campaign is around the youth, our mothers and our fathers. They are really in tune with John, not because he's an extraordinary person, but because he's affable, he's down to earth with the people, and he resonates, in terms of his activities, touch base with the people.
She's so fantastic. She's doing a very good job. She's a mother. She cares about people like the president does. I mean, we can't do Ayawaso West Wuogon. We can't do without my leader. She cares for everyone.
The NPP's leader, Ayawaso Hassan, who is the incumbent MP, believes her works give her an upper hand.
Don't allow anyone who can't do what we are doing to give you failed promises. Don't accept it. Don't go out there to vote on failed promises. We have seen them do it before. And we have seen what we have also done. And we are telling you that vote for us to continue with our developmental projects. Hospitals have been built within 2 years. Roads have been constructed within 2 years. We have supported needy by brilliant students.
But John Seto Dumelo says he is the hope of the young generation in the constituency.
It's time we change. Ayawaso West, where it is now, isn't where it's supposed to be. I mean, the NPP have had the seat for so long, and speaking to some of the people, they will say that, John, we've been here for so many years. Whenever we tell them to come and do something, they never do it. Yet, election time, they will come and hand money to us and say, oh, vote for us, vote for us. But we are not fools anymore. We want to vote for somebody who is vibrant, somebody who is young, somebody who will know that, somebody who has the energy to be able to transform Ayawaso West and take Ayawaso West to the next level.
The first member of parliament for the constituency was Francis Napoleon Kuma of the National Convention Party in a poll that was boycotted by the NPP in 1992. Since then, the NPP has technically won the seat, as its candidate in the 1996 election, George Isaac Amo, was later declared as the rightful winner of the polls, even though the NDC's Rebecca Aquile Adote was gazetted as a winner by the Electoral Commission. George Isaac Amo, in the 2000 election, gave a justification to the court ruling as he won massively against NDC's Alves, a 3-year anchor, with 56.2% of the total vote cast. This sort of dominance seems to have emboldened some NPP supporters ahead of the polls.
Beyond all reasonable doubt, I'll be surprised if we should win. We've seen the good things that our mother is doing for us. Obviously, Dumelo is now coming to. He's now coming to prove himself. There are certain decisions and certain things that he does. I feel no. I can't cry. So I'll really be surprised if Dumelo should win this post.
Hey, Nana, me come for Nana. Because Sabra Mahama Wohono. Yet to Petro San Kesidanke Bosso. Timid and Nana by then, no cre, and Nana Bentimes Antoama. Someone else, Obelusu, Obesu, Papa, Obesu. Nana be winning, or cost Roba for Nana be winning.
But the NDC in Ayawaso West Wuogon are unperturbed.
John is winning hands down. The reception has been so marvelous. We can't just take it for granted because it has been too much, beyond expectation. He's somebody who has identified himself with the people. One thing is, John is never going to parliament to go and do yeah. Do you know who is a yeah MP? The one who goes to parliament without talking. And John is never going to do that.
The incumbent MP Lydia Seria Malhassan was voted into power through a by-election that was characterized by violence, which resulted in the firing of gunshots and assault of some sympathizers of the NDC by national security operatives. It happened at the Baoleshi electoral area, which is noted to be a stronghold of the NDC. With less than a month to the polls, the memories of the incident are fresh in the minds of electorates.
When you go to the campaign, when we go to people, they talk, okay, they are ready to vote, but how is the security going to be that day? Because the other day, nobody knew that something will happen like that. But it's okay, and it disturbs a lot of people. So now, because of that, they fear to go to the polls that day.
And when they are happy, because of NDC for no, any way for now, someone can papa until when they be happy.
The constituency is made up of 11 electoral areas with a number of plush communities that serve residential and business purposes. Some of these areas are East Legon, Roman Ridge, Jolu, Abelinkwe, Westlands, and Legon. Despite the affluence, there exists a great level of income disparities. The two parties have thus been trying their best to meet the varying demands of all sections of people.
We do our best to ensure that they are all satisfied. The issue for those who call the rich are security. So we ensure that the area is secured, and sanitation. For the underprivileged, we do our best. They are the ones that we support with entrepreneurship, both the men, the youth, and the women.